So Elon Musk has now been faced with some new baby mama drama between Grimes and the newest mother of his children, who is, I guess, an executive at Neuralink.
Thank you, guys.
Her name is Siobhan Zillis. Hold, please.
And she's not Irish?
She is not Irish. She's Canadian, which is an L right there. But he had twins with Siobhan Zillis in 2021 without telling Grimes, who was simultaneously his baby mama and girlfriend at the time.
I also saw something like today, like a random news story that says Elon Musk says smart people should have kids.
Yeah, I really like the fact that Elon Musk doesn't, like other billionaires, push the overpopulation agenda.
He says the opposite of that.
Yet his solution to that kind of rhetoric is not what I would consider constructive at all, because he's just kind of randomly selecting the most genetically optimal baby mamas and then having kids with them via surrogate and IVF.
Yeah.
Which I think is, you're going to not only end up with a lot of family drama, but also you're messing with nature, and I think that that's gonna set you on a dangerous path.
You could start a show called Meeting Up with the Musks, and it's all like it's a Musk family reunion every year, and it just takes up a whole city block from all of the kids.
So Grimes says she was initially outraged that she only found out about Musk and Siobhan Zillis's twins when the public did. And she responded to a biographer of Elon Musk who's just put out a new book about his lifestyle named Walter Isaacson. Yep. She basically said, tell Elon to please let me see my son, and tell Siobhan, his other baby mama, to unblock me and respond to my lawyer. I've never been allowed to see a photo of these children until this moment, despite the situation utterly ripping my family apart. And I guess she had a problem with this other baby mama who blocked her on social media. She claims she, had some kind of misunderstanding. Now they've squashed the beef. She said, I spoke with Siobhan at length finally, which was long overdue. This wasn't her fault. Don't be angry at her. We respect each other a lot, and we're excited to become friends and have the kids grow up together. That's truly sick.
You know what I'm really sick
apologize.
of? I'm sick of this fake narrative that women get along.
That specifically baby mamas sharing one billionaire baby daddy get along.
It's weird.
Can't imagine that.
It's propaganda, and it's not real. It's like all of the girl power television shows where the women are just best friends. I'm like, that's not how the world works.
Yes, she said women are so often pitted against each other.
Because it's the way the world works.
Speaking with Siobhan, it's very evident she's an amazing human, and we both just want what's best for our kids. I wish I could show you how cute little Techno is. This is...
Oh yeah, tell them the names. Techno?
Yes. The names of their children. We just found out about the third child, by the way. We only knew about two. So there's Archangel, the firstborn son. The next is a daughter named Exa Dark Sidarael Musk.
I assume that was biblical. You said it's not.
I don't think it is. And then the third one is another son named Techno Mechanicus, or nicknamed Tau.
So Mechanicus is a Warhammer term, I believe.
A Warhammer reference?
These
people are sick in the head.
I mean, maybe it has deeper concerns.
It's like naming your daughter Galadriel.
Like, there's gotta be some videos in that of just like a woman, like a guy, and like what it is if a guy wants like a semi-cool name for his daughter, he does Art of the Deal. He starts with Techno Mechanicus and he gets Galadriel on the bargain, like on the compromise. Uh-huh. She's like, I'm not naming the kid Techno Mechanicus. He's like, I will. He goes, I
have a feeling based on Grimes' unique personality that she was fully on board with that name.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, apparently they've patched things up. I just think there's something profoundly sick about the way that Elon conducts his private affairs. And they're not really private because everyone knows about them, especially with this biography coming out. It's all public knowledge for public discussion before anyone tells me that I shouldn't be digging into his personal life. Elon makes all of this everyone's business, and
makes it very
if he
public.
wanted a private family life, then he might choose one woman.
Believe me, he probably has like an even wilder private family life
I'm
that
sure.
doesn't come out. That's
I'm
probably
sure.
that's probably even more interesting.
Yeah. And this Nick Cannon gets trashed, right?
Yeah.
For having multiple baby mamas, but naturally impregnates them at least without using surrogates and IVF. But when Elon does it, because he's rich and a technocrat and South African, it's considered cool and futuristic and quirky. Like, no, I think both of those things are deadbeat behaviors.
Yeah.
It's not a class thing. It's just your behavior that speaks more.
$2 super chat from Hiroshima Utaru says Tau is a Warhammer 40k playable race.
So the whole
Space
thing
communists.
was put together that way.
Yeah. I just imagine being that kid when he gets older. It's gonna be awesome.
Grimes claims that she wants to die on Mars before the age of 65. And that's not that long from now. And she thinks that also like us relocating to Mars, at least the elites, it's either going to be the elites that get to go to Mars or the peasants that are getting forcefully shipped to Mars. It's either
testing,
one.
Yeah, testing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she thinks that that's like the ultimate technocratic solution to get us to a communist utopia. She's still a believer in that.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about her. We should have her get in touch with the Revcoms in the next story.
What do you think of the physiognomy on this woman, Siobhan?
Is there a picture? I don't.
She looks relatively similar to Grimes.
Do we have a picture? I don't have a picture of her.
Here.
Can you send me a
I'm
picture
going to
of her?
send you a link where it's her and Grimes next to each other.
Okay. Hold on.
They look kind of like they could be related.
Oh, that lady's unfortunate looking.
Wait, pull it up. Because I just wonder what made Elon think like this should be my mate.
I mean, Grimes just looks like discount Miley Cyrus to me.
She looks nothing like Miley Cyrus.
It's the eyes and the mouth look like discount Miley Cyrus. I don't know. She's got piercing blue eyes. Who am I to judge? What do I know? Like what you like, bro.
I don't think that he's actually interested in any of these women. He's like super asexual.
Yeah, but don't you have to have at least some interest in their physical appearance because it's going to affect how the kid looks, which will
only in a very clinical way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in a eugenicist way.
I'm no prize, but
I don't know how you can involve laboratories in reproduction without it turning into a eugenicist nightmare.
Oh, she's probably not Irish because it's not spelled the way Siobhan is normally spelled.
Well, I looked up her ancestry and it says she's half Indian and half Canadian, like white Canadian.
Okay.
So I don't think she's Irish at all.
You know, I'm sure they're going to be best friends.
The best of friends, along with Amber Heard and God knows how many
Brie
other...
Larson.
Brie Larson?
Yeah,
How did she get mixed up in
because
this?
all the women will be best friends. Girl power.
Oh, I thought you meant that Brie Larson was a baby mama.
No, I'm just saying they're all going to be best friends. Cause
Amber Heard is allegedly one of the baby mamas. So maybe they can all form a commune together and be the happiest of mixed families. Look, like mixed families of any kind, however they come about, whether it's divorce or philandering or this weird solution to depopulation that Elon thinks he's come up with, it's all destructive to the children's psyches and the personal, I mean, what's supposed to be an exclusive relationship between the mother and the father.
Disco Jensen says, proof that women are willing to share high-value men. Okay.
I think... Well, okay, Grimes is super pro-sexual revolution, and I think that she believes this is the natural conclusion of it.
Yeah.
Which I don't argue with, but I'm anti the sexual revolution.
Also, like, I like that we're kind of in this idea now where we've grown out of the term champagne socialists. Now we're going to get space socialists, Mars communists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mars communists.
Grimes is just somebody who kind of tripped into fame and should have stayed in the darkest recesses of chat forums.
Oh, I like this one. Serial Killer says Elon's Angels. There you go. I like it.
I just can't imagine, like... Okay, what's most shocking to me about this situation is they agreed mutually, I assume, to have a third child while they're not together. because they had this back and forth relationship where people weren't really sure if they were together anymore. They said, oh, we're semi-separated, or no, he's my boyfriend, he's the love of my life, but we're very fluid, so I don't expect other people to understand our very unique, quirky relationship. But they agree to have a third child together after she finds out about the twins, I assume, after he's kind of betrayed her trust and went and had kids with this other chick.
But they're not even having sex, so it's not...
I know, that's like the weirdest part, is like
I can understand...
Why are you still reproducing with this man who is not a part of your life or your child's life?
It's very human and understandable to imagine that you've been together for a really long time. You have a very close, intense physical relationship that comes and goes because a lot of people have a very hard time breaking that off.
You're
once they break
emotionally
up.
bonded.
So
but in this situation, it's totally
she's like, here's the vial.
Inhuman and robotic.
Here's the vial. Fill the vial with the liquid. And then maybe they do like a weird ceremony.
Is it a money thing for her, or is it like a true believer thing?
Elongated crimes, says
like
Mighty Rax.
She referred to, like, despite being broken up with Elon, she is forever dedicated to the mission now, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Like, it's some kind of true believer, like, cult mentality.
Yeah, and they see themselves as like, it's main character syndrome,
Yeah.
I think, a lot of the time. It's hugely main character syndrome where
She, like, even wrote that song, Player of Games, basically calling Elon a player.
he just crushes
who,
a
like,
lot.
he will always love the game more than he loves me. Like, I'm in love with the greatest gamer.
He loves a Tesla engine more than he loves her. most
Also,
likely.
like, I really love that song. I think it's, like, really creative.
I wonder
how he's always gonna love his job and his philosophy of life more than any woman or child that he brings to this world.
Are any of these kids conceived naturally?
Honestly, I doubt it, other than the ones from his first marriage.
No,
because
the Amber Heard one has to be conceived naturally. That has to be like a slip and fall.
Why?
Whoop, I tripped into your vagina.
Amber Heard is basically a lesbian. Why not?
No, she was with him. She was with the dude from
It's also way
The Room.
easier to have kids on the DL if you're doing it through a medical procedure.
She is not basically a lesbian. She's a whore. She's a whore, not a lesbian.
But it's way easier to keep these dealings, like, low key when you're doing it medically rather than by having a tryst of some kind.
Who was the somebody help me right now. My brain's, I'm having a Monday. It's a case of the Mondays. James Franco. James Franco's in the elevator. Elon Musk is in the elevator. There were more men in that elevator that went up to her apartment.
Elon Musk was in the elevator?
Elon Musk was in the elevator. James Franco was in the elevator.
Elon Musk was... I don't remember Elon Musk ever being
Everyone has been in the elevator but Johnny Depp. She's not asexual. She's not a lesbian. She's just a bad person.
Well, she's with a woman now, right? Is she not?
Accident. It's a psyop.
All right, fine.
Is she? No, she is. Okay,
but Grimes,
she's bisexual.
I remember that Grimes was naturally pregnant with the first child she had with Elon, but I assume that was done with IVF as well, despite the fact that she decided to carry the kid herself. I just don't understand how you can really have a natural bond with a child that somebody else carried into this world. It's not... I mean, the Kardashians have talked about this.
Yeah.
They said, like, I feel like I haven't been able to bond with my baby because another person gave birth to my baby and is nursing my baby. Like, I mean, is it really completely yours at that point? Like, you made that decision because of your vanity and your selfishness.
There's the photo. There they are in the elevator.
Elon is in the elevator. Yeah. Yeah, it could be a natural conception. Wait, what year was this, though?
The James Franco one was 2016. Looks like
so. The Elon one was also
would have been the
2016?
same time period. So I'm telling you, that one was a he gave in to his carnal desires.
How old is Unog?
Una, I think. I don't think
Una.
I don't know if the G is pronounced.
Okay, born April 8th, 2021. I think they just kept in contact, and he was like, "Hey, I just mailed you some of my sperm. It's medical
Express
grade."
carrier. So like he sent it DHL.
They're like, do you want to do this priority or standard? And he's like, standard.
He sends it DHL.
Yeah, so the kid is definitely not conceived in 2016.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was not Elon Musk and the one that had a timestamp. The one with Elon didn't have a timestamp.
Okay.
The James Franco one had a timestamp.
Okay.
So, yeah, she's all of these women are just out there, and he's just like, look, I've got enough vials for everyone. I've got enough tumblers here for everyone.
I can't
Science
imagine
can save us.
valuing your family so little, because every child deserves to be raised by their mother and father.
I think it's not that he doesn't value them. I think that he just has a very, very abstract way of looking at it.
Well, he has a very warped
Yeah.
perception of all relationships, clearly. I think that the loss of that firstborn son, I didn't learn about that until recently. The loss of his firstborn to SIDS probably really messed him up.
Yeah, just the way it did
I think that's why part of the reason why he's on this reproduction spree.
It's what they say about the guy from Smash Mouth who passed away. Like that, his son died in 2001, and he basically started drinking himself to death after that. He never recovered, and that will break a person. So he's saying like, I'm never gonna let myself feel that way again. So I have to remove the pair bond. Like he's like the stuff with it. Maybe what happened was like the stuff with Amber Heard is like, whoopsie, I didn't mean that one. Let's do a redo.
And my fundamental belief is that every child is entitled to be conceived naturally and carried naturally by their mother and cared for by their mother and father who conceived them.
It's not a crazy thing to...
And not murdered in the meantime between then.
Yeah.
It's not that radical of a view, or at least it shouldn't be. But, there's my take. Most people will disagree.
No, it's becoming increasingly less common in Hollywood as people start to have kind of...
Someone said I'm a nihilist? Far from it. You can't be a nihilist and a Christian at the same time.
You have maybe you have some pessimistic.
I'm
takes.
cynical.
You're cynical.
I'm certainly cynical. Not the same thing.
But a lot of men and women in Hollywood are choosing to have these designer births that allow them to save their figure, so they don't have to, so they can have surrogates, so that they don't have to allow their body to be warped by it. And we're seeing a lot of, and it's
in the interests of the companies that employ women.
Yes.
In the upper middle class as well.
In the same way that now these companies are like, oh, did your state ban abortion? We will fly you to the next state over to have an abortion so that you don't have to have maternity leave.
That's compassion.
Because maternity leave would cost us too much. Therefore, us, the evil corporation, are going to allow you to go kill your baby in the name of our business, in the name of late stage capitalism, as they say. Right?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.